Hello there, and I'm Sam from Brothers in Steam, and this is going to be a new feature to the channel, and we are going to be doing model locomotive reviews. It's a decision that we made at the start of the year when we were choosing what we're going to do for the videos over the year, and this year we said we're going to start with the reviews, and but hopefully we'll have many reviews because we've got quite a collection of locomotives to go through. And I thought, as I'm doing this, I ain't going to ask Matt what he wants to review, because I know he would say something Great Western, but I don't see many Southern reviews on channels, so I thought, why not? Let's do a Southern locomotive review. So today we're looking at a Hornby locomotive, no prizes for guessing that. This is one of their newer models, released last year. This locomotive I got off Amazon for 100 quid, which is quite a good bargain off there. We're having a sale on at the point, and it hasn't actually had it hasn't properly run yet. I haven't had a chance to give it a chance to run in. Hopefully she'll have a running in session this year. Hopefully, I want to get her running. If not, I'll probably think about selling her. But at the moment I'm going to keep her and going to run her, and today we're going to do the review on her. Right, so let's get on with this review. It's a Hornby locomotive, DCC ready, and the product code is R3010. 7SR, which is 7 Railways, 460 locomotive, class N15, number 771 Sir Sagramore. This locomotive, as you can see here on the front, is in a Maunsell green, or mushy pea green as some people call it, and just from the picture from the box you can tell it's quality. You can tell it's a quality locomotive. I have another N15, but that N15 has different styling to it. The other one I've got on the Sharpsbridge layout is 746 Pendragon, and that's in a Southern what shall we say, like a, I can't remember the livery of it, but it's got a different style cab. It's got the Uri style cab, whereas this one's got the Maunsell style cab on it. But enough about the cab, let's get on with the main locomotive. So it's Hornby's average sleeve packaging with a block of ice. See, nothing else in there. Nope. Oops. Yeah. Here we can pull the locomotive out, and it's in this block of ice packaging kind of style thing. Looks like it's all frozen in there. It's not frozen because I don't think it would work though. And in the box we get the instructions, so we'll just move that to one side for now. As you can see, class N15, 460 steam locomotive and tender, DCC ready, and these are the operating maintenance instructions. On these instructions you get the general gist about the model. It tells about DCC ready, running hints, routine maintenance to the motor, chassis, bodywork, and then sort out the lubrication. And in the first page, on the top there, you can see the places where you have to oil. You will not need much oil on this, maybe just a drop of oil on the tip of a needle, just to plonk on them red spot places to keep it lubricated over the time of running. And the same here again with the motor and the wheel bearing behind the actual main wheels. Here it shows you the accessories. I haven't actually added any of the accessories on this. One reason is I don't like putting them on there because I think I'm going to lose them for a future time if I come to sell them, or I want to properly detail them from a proper layout. See down here, they got two different detailing packages. Well, this one's for a different tender design. This is for a twin bogie design. This one's only got 6 wheels, this one's got 8 wheels. We're looking at an 8-wheeled version today, so that's the main detail we'll be looking at. And on this side it's got how to remove the body. So it's just a screw and probably just slide the body off. I haven't actually attempted to do that, and I don't really plan to do that unless I need to redo it. And it shows down here where the clip goes that holds the main body in place, where it hasn't got a screw at the front. The screw's at the back, as you can see there, right at the back, and there's a little clip where you just slide it in and it will just stay there. It's like a lug. And on the back here it shows you how to fit the brake rigging. But funnily enough, with this locomotive, the brake rigging was already fitted. Unlike my other one that I've got, it wasn't fitted, but this one it's fitted. And it's got some other stuff about television suppression and then spare parts and services, which you just go on the Hornby website and just ask. Right, before I just babble on about the actual main locomotive, I'm going to go back to the main box sleeve because I've got to look at the history. Here we are, history of the locomotive. The N15 were introduced in 1981 and also known as the King Arthur class. They are a 2-cylinder 460 passenger locomotive, and their grouping era of 1928 to 1948, and with 74 locomotives being built. Designed by Robert Urey, built at the LSWR works at Eastleigh between 1981 and 1918 and 1919 and 1922 to 1923, carrying the characteristics of the Urey stovepipe chimney drum and style of cab, and in inspired shape of the H15. The first 10 locomotives became known as the Urey Arthurs. Richard Maunsell then came along and then helped build the third batch of 10 locomotives at Eastleigh Works, and they became the Eastleigh Arthurs. Maunsell's batch of them, they have like different cab design, different drafting, valve gear, chimney, blast pipe, and overall increase in boiler pressure significantly improved the performance. Then in 1924 2 more batches were ordered by the Scottish-based North British Locomotive Company. These 30 are referred as the Scottish Arthurs, and they had a 5,000 imperial gallon tender capacity. The last batch 15 were built at Eastleigh Works between 1926 and 1927 and adopted a 6-wheel 3,500 imperial gallon tender. Despite the order, the batch was never completed, with the last locomotive being replaced by the prototype Lord Nelson class, which is the bigger version of it and much more powerful, and ones that pretty much replaced them. There were great designs of the days. They're impressive, reliable. However, due to the introduction of electrification plus the Lord Nelson, the ultimately the Bully Pacifics, the N15's departure, the entire class being withdrawn by 1962, and only one of the locomotives was preserved. Number 30777, or 777 as it is now, Sagramore, which is preserved by the NRM. It's at the Great Central Railway, being looked after by the 5305 Society, which is the Black 5. What I like about Hornby, they actually show the actual locomotive of what we're reviewing. So that is Sir Sagramore back in its BR days, Southern days. I don't know what picture that is, but it's this is an archive photo. Very good these photos are. I like the way Hornby do it, because Backman don't do it, they just plonk a normal picture on. Here it tells you about the actual locomotive itself. Outshopped in 1925, had smoke deflectors fitted in October 1928. It was a Maunsell build and was coupled to a Uri 8-wheel bogie tender in July 1932. It spent its formative years based at Battersea, but later years Sagramore was stationed at Dover, Nine Elms and eventually Bournemouth, from where in 1961 it was withdrawn from service and eventually scrapped. That's a shame. But now I've got the history over, let's get on with the main locomotive. Get rid of that. Right, this block of ice, right, you just slide the sleeve off, and you just a sleeve, as you can tell, look, nothing in it here, and that, and we'll look at the detail first. Right, with this I did actually get two men come with it, the driver and fireman, but I've taken them off out and put them on another locomotive for now. And in this pack you get vacuum pipes, cylinder drains, one for each side, very small. I wasn't going to add, I would add them, but because my curves are so tight I can't actually add them, because it will either snap them or it will eventually just fall off and I'll lose them. Then we got the coupling, the chain coupling. I think it's a chain coupling, I can't remember, but it's the one which links the coaches to the locomotive. And I've got one for front and back, and I've got another vacuum pipe there, as you can see. Yeah, sorry, I've got cold. And then we've got two footsteps, in the actual livery on the footsteps. You wouldn't think like Hornby to do that, but they would probably thought, oh, let's paint them black, it won't make no difference. But I like the way they've done that. I've actually had the detail onto the footplate themselves. So all of the detail done, we'll just push that to all one side, hopefully we won't lose any, hopefully. And back onto the main locomotive first, you just, sorry for being just a bit quick, I want to get this over and done with. We're a first review and we've got quite a bit of editing to do and more videos to do. You open this up, take the catch off here, just fold this up. First we'll take the tender away, because they can be connected in there but they're not permanently connected, as you can tell. Put that back there. Carefully lift the locomotive out, and we'll just get rid of this. Right, that's what she looks like in complete form, with the tender attached. I'll just give you a quick look around and we'll go into detail. Yeah, exquisite detail on this locomotive. See, I haven't really seen many southern reviews, so past the exquisite cab and background to the side. And one thing you notice about holding this locomotive is the sheer weight of it. It is heavy and it gets all the traction down on them wheels, so when they're going along you get no wheel slip and there's no need for traction tyres. They will just easily, smoothly pull along. A nice rake of 6 coaches. And we'll just quickly have a quick run of the tender. Even this is fairly heavy. Crisp numbering on the back. Have you noticed the twin bogies here? But let's just get on with the main review in detail. Starting with the locomotive. Here you see it in its crisp Maunsell green livery. You can tell here, Maunsell green with the white and black bands around the boiler. It's a 4-6-0, meaning 4 front wheels, 6 driving wheels, and nothing at the back. On this locomotive you get Nem couplings. I think they do come out, but I don't want to pull them out because I've seen other reviews do that and they've pulled it in, it doesn't want to come out, so I don't want to break it. See where the brake rigging is there? Rigging there. Oh, this was pre-fitted, as I said. Lovely pre-fitting. I like the way they done that, because it takes a hell of a lot to add the brake rigging. It's very fiddly. And here you can see the motion. The motion here. All coupling rods all linked up. This coupling rod here travels up here to this point here. This bit here is the lubrication. They have them on both sides, and this just lubricates the motion, I think. I can't remember exactly. It lubricates the motion, and it just keeps it going. Just goes around as the wheels are turning, and just keeps it all well lubricated. There's a bit of movement there, but here you see the cylinder drains. Here, cylinder cocks, or the jacks, as in railway terms on your footplate. Here you got the brake pads on the wheels. So as you're going along, the driver will pull the brakes, and these will just like all move across, and these will close up to the wheels. On this model, it doesn't actually happen. That would be a shame. On the cab side here, you've got the crisp numbering of 771 Southern Railway with the letter E on it. I think the E is classification. Rivets on the cab there. This is the monster cab, as I said. As you see, it's like more streamlined shaped, because the Uri cab, the actual roof, main bit of the roof, comes down to about here, which looks quite nice. It looks older, and you can tell them apart. Here you can also see the handrails, handrails for the cab, for the locomotive or fireman, locomotive driver or fireman to hold on to. Moving along to the locomotive a bit more, you see the reverser pole, which goes to the motion here, and when they turn that wheel there forwards, the reverser forwards, this whole thing will move forwards. For it to go forward motion, they'll turn it back to go backwards. Or it might be the other way around, I can't remember because I've not actually been on one yet. Moving to the front of the locomotive, we have sprung buffers, rivets all over the buffer beam, the number 771 again, pre-fitted vacuum pipe. There's two of these actually on this locomotive, and there's one fitted to the tender, so meaning it might be a spare. You've got your lamp irons there, 3 there, 2 there, and 1 on the top. The southern design of smoke box, completely different to a Great Western designs, and some of the Bully Pacific designs where they've got the smoke box dart. This one you have just to turn. There'll be bolts up here. You turn the bolts, and once you loosen them up, the clip moves and it can come out. Got a footstep there to get closer into the smoke box to clear it out at the end of the day. Here you got these nicely crafted what's the word? Smoke deflectors. Very good. And you got the letter A just there. I don't know if you can see that because it looks blurred on the camera. Probably not, but you got letter A just there. It's a white blob. But moving around to the other side. Oops, just hit the camera then. Same on this side really. Exquisite detail. Cylinder cocks. Number plate. This bit here, where the name is. This is you know, you got the wheel arches kind of thing on the locomotive. Yeah, they're like them, but it just stretches the whole thing to give it an extra streamlined look. Yeah, the extra streamlined look. Here you see is the part of the where does that actually go? I think that's to do with the reversing mechanism, that bit there. These are the boiler feeds, I think. I think they're the boiler feeds. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, shows how much I know. I do know quite a bit sometimes, but I don't actually know what they are. I'll have to search it up afterwards and maybe put in a caption above somewhere here. Lovely crisp handrail running down the side of the locomotive. On both sides, as you can see. Lovely crisp. Now you see the windows there, with like a brassy kind of like outline to it. The cylinder cocks again, and the footsteps are under the cab. And we move further up the boiler, and we see we've got two safety valves, the dome, which is the highest point in the boiler. You got your whistle, and then they actually might be the top feeds. I can't remember now. I think you would turn them to turn the injector on, so presumably it's something to do with the injectors there. I have to do some more research on this, and then we'll move round to the Exquisite Cab. This cab is exquisite. Separately crafted detail. You can see there, regular, separately added, reverser. These to turn the water on. The injectors is this one here and this one here. I don't know what that one is, but I have no idea. Firebox door with a handle, which isn't separately added, but it looks like it. 3D pipe work all over the cab. The sight glasses, whether you can see the water there, shows exquisite detail. The dials at the top, which actually look like they've got numbers on them, and then various things to like injectors, steam heat, etc. And you got there's one right the way down there. You see that one just about below the window. That's the blower valve, which I don't know is there's a pipe going to that. I think there's meant to be a pipe going to it, but I don't know. Yeah, exquisite detail. I was going to think about painting it, but I don't think I need to. I love the cream cab. It suits it perfectly. I love the cream cab. And that's all there is on the locomotive at the moment. And as you can see, you've got the coupling here for the tender. The tender will just hook onto there. I'll just quickly show you. Just hooks onto there like that. And there's two little metal prongs kind of things, which connect to the tender, and the tender gets picked up as well, so they will go to the motor. I mean, it can run and get a stretch over a longer band of getting electricity picked up from the rails. Now onto the tender. Just leave that there. The tender. Lovely, lovely crisp numbering and lettering on the tender. Lovely. With like a creamy yellow. I think it's a creamy yellow. Southern in that, and then the lining. That is crisply done. On the bogies here, you've got detail. Very exquisite detail on the bogies here. You'd think they'll like miss some of that out, because it's not really something you'd look at. You don't really like, oh look, I like that tender more than the locomotive. You ain't gonna go like that, but I like how Hornby have done that. They've got rivets all over it. Leaf springs there. Over side. Like that again. Underneath you've got the brake rigging pre-fitted. And these wheels which move nice and smoothly. Same again with the back. You get Nem couplings. Sprung buffers, which are quite stiff actually. To pull them out and then wiggle them again. You got the number on the back again, so when you're going backwards you can tell what locomotive is coming towards you. You got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lamp irons. The amazing brake vac bag on the back there. You've got a lamp iron there as well. And on the top here we have lots of rivet detail over the water tank. You've got the filler caps where you fill the tender up with water, there and there. Quite a decent coal load. You can actually remove it, but I don't know if I want to at the moment. but there is detail underneath that, which is quite good. Storage boxes each side for put your tools, your gear and stuff like that. The coal plate or something like that, it's where the coal comes through and you shovel it into the firebox. And then you got the handbrake on the tender, which I am going to paint red to make it suit it a bit more. And there's a clip to go with the locomotive. It's got also the steps upwards to the cab. This will be the level with the cab there. You got these door deflector kind of things, because they'll have a door on the locomotive which will swing across and attach to that. But that's all there really is with the tender. It's not really not much detail. Well, there is tons of detail, but it's not really much to say about it. There's like rivets all over it though. But I might add a real coal load to this. But overall, it's a stunning engine. I request you get a locomotive if you're a southern modeller. Get a locomotive like it. There's many different variations out there. Pick your favourite, and I'll say get it. So if I gave it a rating out of 10 for detail and overall model, I think it's an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for a stunning model. And if you could put in the comments what we could do to improve our reviews, that would be great, thanks. And just like and subscribe to the channel. And there will be a running video soon, but both of my layouts are closed for maintenance, so hopefully there'll be a running video soon. So Samuel Sharp for Brothers and Steam, over and out.